This production has been authorized, vetted, evaluated, and approved for your consumption by Wild LLC. You're welcome.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome back.
Welcome to another fascinating and educational episode of the Opinion City Podcast, presented by Wild LLC, the best business in the business, purveyors of such fine institutions as the Opinion City Podcast and High Tension Wrestling. I'm your host, King Ralph. Right. He's Parma Sean, and Sean, I don't know what's going on, but that does not look like the studio in New Jersey.
No, it is not. I am, for the first time in the podcast history, on location. I'm on a trip to Vermont.
Doing a little maple syrup hunting.
Doing a little, of course. I mean, I've heard once you go to Vermont syrup, you can't go back. So,
that's a common adage.
See if the rumors are true or not.
Well, you're like Where's Waldo, but without the stripes.
Right, exactly.
All right. So
that's right.
We've got listen, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm just gonna throw it right out there. Gird your loins, this is gonna be a wild one.
Indeed.
We've got a great episode for today. Make sure you stick around till the very end and check out our main event. Top 5 that you will not want to miss. This is going to be a good one. But before we hop into that, just a couple things. If you love the channel, if you like what we're doing, there's a couple free and easy ways. Three free and easy ways that you can support us, and it takes literally seconds. First off, hit that like button.
Hit that like button.
Give us the thumbs up. Let us know that you enjoy what we're doing. Awesome. We appreciate that more than you know. Smash that subscribe button.
Smash it.
Take it outside and pretend it's a maple syrup tree and you're just tapping the sucker. Just smash that away so that you don't miss anything that we do. And of course, share.
Tell
friends, everybody,
coworkers, strangers, colleagues.
People
like syrup.
Drive to Vermont and tell a park ranger. I don't know. Just tell everybody that you know, so that they know what you know, that we know. That you enjoy the Opinion City Podcast. Now, if you want to help us out even a little bit more, guys, we still have merch. We
always have merch.
We've got Opinion City Wild LLC Let Us In logo. We've got Raw merch, SmackDown merch. We've got fanny packs. Do not sleep on. I tell you this every week. Do not sleep on the fanny
packs. Yes.
No. You can also follow us at Opinion City Pod on all the socials to see everything that we're doing. You can follow at Wild_LLC to see everything that the evil corporate overlords are doing. And then, of course, the most important thing that you can do every single week, we preach this like it's going out of style, but this is the most important thing you can do. Please follow and support our guests.
The guests.
You will see social media links running at the bottom of the screen during the episode. If you have a chance to go out and see them live, if you can buy some merch, whatever you can do to support our guests, please do that, because that's what we do here. We want to support our guests. And with that, Sean, let's just get the train wreck started. Let's go. This may be the most, if you're from Pennsylvania or New Jersey, this might be the most Pennsylvania or New Jersey thing you see in a long time.
Right.
Sean, who do we have? What's going on today?
Man, he's a northern New Jersey native from sort of my neck of the woods, even though I'm not even there. First time that we have a Jersey guest where I'm not in Jersey.
You're from fictional Central Jersey, right?
Right. No, it's not fictional, as I've been told now twice, off the air and on the air. It's not fictional. We have on our show the real Jack Maertens.
Goddamn right. And Central Jersey is a very real place. All right.
Thank you.
Get it out of there.
Now it's on the air. Now it's on the air twice. Not once,
very
twice.
disrespectful.
Yes.
It's a very real place.
Pennsylvania is not a real place. All right,
I live in northeast, western, central Pennsylvania.
There you go.
Wow,
Right.
that sounds way more fake than just Central Jersey. I'm not even gonna.
Well, listen, I'm kind of right in the middle. But let's not argue about Jersey. Let's not argue about Pennsylvania. Let's get into the real thing that we need to start this show off with.
Here, right?
You believe that moose are real?
I do. I've seen one in person at this magical, mystical place called the zoo.
He claims he's seen it in person. He claims.
Yeah,
but as I said off the air just before we started, if
this wasn't named like,
if you don't present photo proof with you next to the moose, it's not real.
This wasn't named like Jellystone Park, was it?
Right.
All right.
Listen, the problem with moose is they are as huge and as beautiful as they are. They're really, really boring. So why the hell would I want to take a picture with them? That's like, I don't know. That's like a picture with like a fucking statue. It's like, all right,
listen, that's like street cred though. Like, look at me and the moose. Like,
right, exactly. That proves
I'm legit.
We've had at least 4 guests now denounce moose and say that they don't exist. Even driving on the Moose Highway, where there's a ton of moose, not seen one moose.
And Sean, you're in Vermont.
I'm in Vermont right now,
and
I have not yet seen a moose. I have yet to see a moose.
You say that, and then you're going to turn around after this podcast is over, and a moose is going to be right here up in your fucking face, being like, what the hell did you just say? You talking shit?
The moose might say that too, if you know.
Yeah, the moose might literally verbalize that.
Yeah. Every one of those like cartoon animated movies you see, that's real life, and he's going to be like, you talking shit, motherfucker?
Yeah, it's you're gonna see moose and squirrel.
Yeah, right. Oh my God, moose and squirrel.
That's what you're gonna see.
That's a hot take. That's wow.
Oh boy,
wow. I've not heard that in a long time. Moose and squirrel.
Oh, we're starting off on fire already.
All right, fire.
Oh, dude, get ready. Just get ready.
All right. So we're gonna start off with throw you a softball. We're gonna start off with an easy one.
Oh, softballs. All right,
softball.
Yeah, because
we're
gonna
come on, breaking a little bit.
All right, we're gonna throw you out. We're gonna start you off with a softball. You know,
what do you got?
Solve the following equation. No, I'm kidding.
I would have been like, dude, I did not make it past.
I was not prepared for this. I didn't do math.
The batteries in my graphing calculator are dead.
You had a graphing calculator? That shit's so cool.
Yeah, had a TI-87. Yeah, and I didn't. The only thing I played on it was Drug Dealer. Like I didn't use it for. Everybody had Drug Dealer on their on their TI-87. I just I didn't use it for anything important. All right,
I did not have one of those.
Oh boy. So first off, what does do or die mean to you?
That means exactly what it says it does. It's like I only got one life. I can't take anything with me once I'm dead. So all I have is the time I have here, right?
Right.
So I'm not going to sit there and act like, oh, I have all this time and all this energy and all this like opportunity. You only get one life. You got to go for what you want to believe in. And I'm not going to be 45 with like 3 kids, married, sitting in an okay house. And like, there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm not going to sit there and be like, what if I did this? What if I did that? What ifs are like my second most feared thing ever. So like, I don't want to live a life where there is a what if. I just want to do it. And if I don't do it, then I die. That's it.
Fair enough. Listen, that's totally fair. So then that was a softball. This one might be a little bit more deep. But so you are the real Jack
baseball
Maertens.
Now?
Yeah,
Yes.
You call yourself the real Jack Maertens. What does it mean to you to be known as like the real? Like, is there maybe a fake Jack Maertens out there that we don't know about?
Well, I don't know, man. Fans are crazy, but I just
that's fair.
The real to me just means in like the character sense, it just means I hate characters, so it's the real me. But in my personal real brain, to me, it's just being the real me at all times. I may embellish it every now and then, or just like throw it up to 11. But as far as meeting me at a merch table or just what you see in the ring, it's going to be as real to me as it is to you. So I try and put as much as of me into the character. So what you see is what you get, meaning the real Jack Maertens.
So there's no clones out there, no fakes, just one.
I hope not, dude. Unless I got like abducted at some point and there's just like a clone roaming around in the cosmos somewhere. It's just not. It's not me.
Right.
Gotcha. So you have an interesting connection to the podcast, as you have trained with somebody who is a previous guest on the podcast. So tell us a little bit about the connection to Tony Cini, how you guys met up, where you two trained together. You know, because we talked a little bit about Tony Cini off the air, but let's get into it.
Let's dive in.
Your best friend in the world.
Right.
So, as far as like my life goes, he has become one of my best friends in the world, in the ring and outside of the ring. But the way I met up with him was I had been real down bad on my luck. So I had decided one day I'm going to just go to the gym and let it out and just, you know, let the weights take all the stress away. And I ran into Jay the Key Evans at a Planet Fitness. And he stopped me because I had been wearing a Kane, Big Red Machine Kane hoodie.
Nice.
And shorts with edge on the front, and they were both red. So I wore a matching red set to the gym. And he stopped me and he's like, "That's the coolest gym outfit I've ever seen somebody wearing here." And I'm like, "Thanks, man." And then we started chopping it up about wrestling, obviously. And then I'm like, "Oh my God, I've seen you wrestle before when I was like 18, before I'd ever started training at like a brick show." And he was the opening, like he was the first person that came out. So I was like, "I recognize you." And then I told him I wanted to start training and all this shit. So he pointed me to where Tony was, and he had already been like training a few people there who at the time it seemed like they didn't give a shit. So I came in and I actually gave a shit. And then he saw that and we started getting closer because of it. And Tony will always have the moniker of my first trainer. And now he's one of my best friends. Now I train at the Worldwide Wrestling Dojo run by Cheeseburger.
Nice.
Awesome. Yeah.
Awesome.
So I'm going there now. But Tony is my dude. He just needs to stay out of my way and tighten because he's getting in my business. And I don't like it.
That was going to be my next question.
But other than that, we're cool.
We ask everyone about, you know, where their current home promotion is. But for you, you've been working over at Titan Championship Wrestling a lot. So would you consider that your like home base right now?
For right now, yeah. I've been working with them close to a year now.
Wow, okay.
Also,
awesome.
Them, UWC, Mawa, and one more I'm forgetting right now.
LTW?
I recently made my debut in. No, I don't work with LTW anymore, unfortunately.
Okay, gotcha.
It's just okay. You know, I just moved on. That was all.
Right.
But I made my debut in Sanctuary in PA recently.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Right.
And, yeah. Super cool venue, by the way. That, like, my God, that church is beautiful. But, yeah. Those are, like, the main ones right now. But
yeah, Sanctuary is really cool. I'm less than a half hour. I've been there many times to Sanctuary. That's a great place. They do a lot of cool stuff.
Super cool place.
Yeah.
Also, nice, not like the nicest ring, but the softest ring I've ever been in. Taking bumps in that is amazing. I'll take a pile driver on that thing. That thing is amazing.
Okay.
Dude.
So that brings up a curious question about rings, because I think we've asked this to one other guest before. But would you rather wrestle in a hot summer ring or a cold winter ring?
Cold. All day, every day. I cannot stand hot rings for the simple fact of once you take a bump and you're just laying there, I don't feel like I should be flipping every 30 seconds so I don't get grill marks on my back. That shit sucks. Even like bouncing off the ropes on those things, it's like it feels like they're melting into your skin. I can't stand it. I'd rather have the stiff ass cold ring than a hot one any day.
Right.
Like even when we met in Seaside, that ring sucked to bump in. I hated sitting on that thing.
It was a hot day too. It was a hot day. It was a hot day.
It was like 95.
Yeah, it was bad.
Ridiculous.
It was bad.
Wow.
Well, no.
You mentioned earlier that you were wearing a Kane Big Red Machine hoodie, and I just thought of this. I'm like, if I were you, I would have called myself the Big Red Martins. You can steal that if you want, but it just came to me. I'm like,
I feel like I'd get sued.
Listen, if Blue Cane doesn't get sued,
right? That's fair.
No, but he did get a cease and desist though.
Yeah,
he did.
Yeah, he had to change his name to Blue Cane.
A little bit, So you change your name from Jack to Joe. Big deal.
Right. Joe Martens, the big red martini.
Oh boy, dude. Oh my god. Dude, yeah, no. I think I'm gonna pass on that one, but I think anybody else who wants that, feel free to take it. I will not cease and desist you.
Yeah, because you can be the fake Jack Maertens.
Right, there you go.
No. See, once I make it to like TNA or something, I'm immediately selling them on the fake Jack Maertens thing, like real fake Undertaker type shit. I'm doing that.
Instantly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's just gonna be some 6'4" white dude coming in with his hair over his face, being like, I'm the real one.
Hey, he flips his hair up and he looks nothing like you.
Right, he looks nothing like
you. Nothing like me. He just has a beard. That's it.
The exact opposite.
Oh, that's great.
He's wearing like a Party City beard. It's gonna be
right.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be perfect. So talk a little bit about maybe some of the people that you've wrestled so far that you've really enjoyed wrestling with, people that you really enjoy just spending time in the ring with.
Well, of course, like Tony makes it easy because he literally taught me everything I knew. So I did face him on a Titan pre-show, and it was one of the easiest matches I've ever had because he literally walked me through it whenever I got lost. It was great. I recently had a match with Robbie Romero.
Oh, nice.
It was a short one. I may have gotten the victory, and he may have, gotten a little squashed. But he made it. Once again, made it easy for me. We worked really well, and I hope to work with him again because I would think there's a lot more story to be told there, especially with the connection with me, him, and Cheney, because we all kind of faced each other recently.
Right.
So there's a little bit there. I'm trying to think. I recently tagged with Jeffrey Bravo in UWC2.
Oh, awesome.
Great dude. Just as a person, awesome dude. Even better wrestler. I think he should just be getting more opportunities in general because he also works really, really smooth. But there's just like, I wouldn't say that is like the best people I've worked with. I would say more just better people that I've met that I want to work. Like Jeff Noyes in Titan. I want to work with him so bad because he's just another big dude that I know we can just do big man shit and it would be great. Like shaking the fucking floor underneath the ring. Great.
Right.
Like I would love that so much. But I would say there's just more people I would want to work with than more people that I've worked with before, if that makes sense.
Well, to that note, who do you have on your list of people that you haven't faced yet that you want to?
If I got it, like if I'm shooting for the stars here, one of them is Jay Lethal.
Nice.
I love Jay Lethal
he's amazing.
so much.
Yeah.
I met him once and he treated me with such respect and such like just being a nice guy that he immediately rose to the top of that list. Speedball Bailey is another one in TNA. Holy shit. I want to work him so fucking bad. Yeah. Oh my God.
We've seen him now multiple times live, and he is just incredible to see live.
Yeah, and I've never heard anybody have a bad word to say about him.
No,
like, people love the guy.
Another dude that just, even when I met him, I wasn't even on the show. I was just helping with ring crew. Treated me with respect. Said hi, shook my hand, all that shit. And I have nothing bad to say about him. I believe his first name is Griffith McCoy.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes, him. Yes,
McCoy.
Yes.
Yeah, dude. That dude, awesome. He worked Jay Lethal that day I met him.
Oh, nice.
Dude, that match, holy shit. If you've never seen that, go to, I believe it's Constant Pro Wrestling on YouTube. Their match is fucking insane. It is so good. They do like nothing. And that's the thing. They do nothing and they make it all work. It just looks like they're doing everything when they're doing nothing. It's amazing.
Right.
And also, I think that's just a testament to Jay Lethal because he's such an amazing.
Oh, he's such a talented wrestler. Yeah.
Oh my God. Why he's not in WWE, I have no clue.
Oh, dude. He can beat when he did the impressions of Ric Flair and Macho Man when he was in TNA. I was like, dude, this guy can do anything.
Dude, he was when I played the TNA Impact game on my PS3. He was always my character that I chose.
Nice.
Black Machismo is my fucking one of my favorite characters of all time.
Yes.
Very cool. So I was thinking about this while you were talking about the different places that you work and all. So you're based out of New Jersey, but what is really kind of the farthest you've gone away for, like the farthest you've traveled for a wrestling show?
For wrestling, it was PA when I worked for 3WA. That was the farthest I've been. Once again, I just got done with my rookie year, so I haven't traveled that much.
Right.
But that's the farthest I went, and I was a part of their Battle Royal, I want to say. But also another place, super cool venue. I know CZW just worked there not too long ago. They used their venue. It's like in this flea market, but it's like they sanction off this whole area for them, and it's like amazing. They have their own banners up and everything. It's like super customized to them. It's if you've never been to a 3WA show, just go for the atmosphere. It's great.
Cool. Yeah, hell yeah. That's awesome. Right. So let's take it back to the beginning. Let's wind the clocks back. Okay. So when did your wrestling fandom kind of begin?
Okay. So I told this story on the last podcast I was at too, but it's the same story. I was born on a Friday, and the story I was told was that I went home on a Monday 2 months later because there were like complications or anything. But I went home on a Monday, and I was laying there on the couch with whoever it was, and I was literally sitting up watching Monday Night Raw as the first day I come home. So there's literally never been a moment that wrestling was not in my life. That's not crazy. A single moment. I didn't have the action figures, posters on my wall. My bedspread was WWE. It was ridiculous, dude.
Love it.
Yeah, and all the other kids growing up, they would be asked, "What do you want to do? What do you want to be?" And I always said the same thing. I want to work for WWE. I want to be like, and now the ultimate goal is and always will be being a WWE Hall of Famer. That's like the goal. It's like there's no settling for less, and that's where the do or die thing comes from. It's like I either do that or I'm dead, and that's it.
Right. So, in that vein, kind of growing up, who were some of your favorites? Whether they be just favorites to watch or guys you really got behind. Obviously, we know about Kane and Edge because you own the clothes.
Yes. Kane, I was terrified of when I was a kid. I was so scared. I did not really appreciate his work until I became a teenager because I could not. After he took the mask off, I was so scared.
You were like traumatized.
Dude, I ran away from the TV when he would come on TV. I ran away. I mean, I'd be like, Dad, tell me when the TV changes.
Right. I mean,
my wife does that with the Undertaker. She doesn't like watching the Undertaker.
Exactly, it's the same thing. Those two, I don't know what it is, but they got that shit down to scare the living hell out of you.
I mean,
like I don't know,
fair,
but
as soon as he took the mask off, he was a menace to society for a good year or 2 years. Like he went after everyone.
He literally electrocuted Shane McMahon's testicles.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I would say that's pretty warranted of being afraid of that man.
Pretty warranted of being terrified.
As the mayor of Knox County, that's on his resume.
Yeah, exactly.
I was just about to say the residents of Knox County might want to vote somebody else in because I don't know if they're going to be looking for some electrocution punishment soon. But another dude I looked up to. Even when I was a kid, I didn't really realize I looked up to him as much as I did, but now I realize it is this guy, Triple H, aka Terror Rising.
Oh, that's a great
Terror Rising! Wow, that's a great name, dude.
I love this shirt so much.
Oh man!
And of course, like everybody loved Jeff Hardy growing up. I did too.
Yeah. Legend.
Like he's just that guy. You know what I mean? He's the guy you looked up to in the 2000s. There was nobody else. No matter what school you went to or whatever, somebody was a Jeff Hardy fan. And that was just the joke is he was bigger than Obama in 2008. And I don't tend to disagree.
You always knew who the Hardy fans were.
Right.
Oh yeah, 100%. I was never like a real John Cena fan, as most people were.
Oh,
I
Ralph,
was more
there
of
you
a
go.
Randy
Thank you.
Orton fan.
There you go.
Good.
I was a Randy Orton fan. I never hated him. Even as a kid, I did not hate him.
Well,
I just preferred
somewhat there.
I preferred Randy Orton.
If you had not said anything else,
how dare you, sir? Oh, how dare you? Wait, we do not like John Cena on this show. We are.
Well,
I did not
we
like
are
him in
Cena.
2013. I did not like him in 2013.
Okay.
Listen,
2013, John Cena can go wherever, dude, away from my TV.
I didn't,
you know.
I didn't like him 20 minutes and 13 seconds ago, and I still don't like him. No John Cena in this place.
Yeah.
Come on, you're not on the Cena retirement train?
Oh, dude.
Oh, I am, because I'm throwing a retirement party. Like I'm having a massive bash. I'm going to stream it on the internet. Like we're going all out.
Man.
Black tie and everything. Yeah.
When Cena announced it, I've never seen Ralph more excited.
I couldn't stop smiling. I don't know what it was. It just listen.
And the best part was we were both watching it separately. So he messaged me, worst show ever. 5 minutes there. This is the best show ever because Cena announced.
Oh, I was freaking out. Yeah, literally 5 minutes before, I was like, "This is the worst. This is terrible."
And terrible. And then 5 minutes later, he was like, "This is the best show ever made."
Whether you like him or not, I don't think you can deny. And this goes for anybody in WWE, TNA, NXT, whatever. Whether you like them or you hate them, I don't think you can deny how good they are. And that's like Cena. You can always depend on a great match, and you cannot deny that. Because even when I hated him in 2013, when he faced CM Punk and Money in the Bank, I knew that was going to be a banger match, and it was just going to steal the show. And of course it did, because just everything going along with it. But even I knew Cena was going to kill it.
Right.
Like, you can't deny his talent, but I can understand where you're coming from, because I hated him for a while.
They took the Hulk Hogan route with him. Get the 12-year-old boys behind you, sell thousands of types of merchandise, go in there with, 5 moves that everybody can remember. And like that, they sealed it with that. I will say,
now we have 6.
Well, yeah, but yes, retirement being one of them.
Nice.
So I saw Cena back. I was at WrestleMania 20 in New York. And the opening match was Cena and Big Show for the U.S. title, and that was Cena's first title win. And I mean, I saw him. I was pretty close. I saw him, lift the Big Show, and that was impressive, and everything else. And I will say that there were at times that the Doctor of Thugonomics gimmick amused me slightly. It's like,
are you like allergic to fun? Like, I don't.
Allergic to fun.
What are you talking about?
Doctor of Thugonomics is such a fun gimmick, dude. Are you kidding me? The white dude from suburban West Newbury, Mass, coming out rapping. That's great. Are you kidding? And he was good. He was a good rapper.
Listen. It doesn't say King in front of my name for nothing. It should say King of Fun. I am the King of Fun.
King of Fun. Right.
Listen, I have a bachelor's degree in rhymes, so I know good stuff. But
so you're telling me that John Cena has a better doctorate than you?
John Cena went for his doctorate. I was like, you know what? I don't need to waste my time on silly nonsense papers to show up your ass. So,
okay.
But I will say, John Cena was slightly amusing. But all things have to come to an end at some point.
Yes, they do.
Listen. So since you brought up all this Cena stuff, so
here we go.
No. This is a legitimate conversation here. So
okay. All right.
We started a new show recently called The List, where Sean and I are presenting top 5 lists that we come up with, and so our debut episode was the top 5 matches that we wanted to see for John Cena in 2025. So if you had your choice and you could see one match. It doesn't matter. And you know what? To be honest, we can just go all out. If you want to pick somebody who's dead, fantasy booking, whatever it be. Now, we went with matches we actually thought we could see, but any match that you could possibly see for John Cena, what would you want to see?
Okay. I'm going to stick to people alive, because I like that idea a little bit more. If I was going to go
So no Undertaker, because he's the dead man.
Right.
Well, we already got that match. We already got it.
We did.
It wasn't great, but we got it.
No, it wasn't. But we got it.
One dude I would love to see him work with, who unfortunately is passed away. I will give you one, is Macho Man, because I think those two would feed off each other so well.
Right.
I don't know what it is, but that was the first person that came to my mind. Now, if I'm going just live during this retirement tour, I would want to see him face Kevin Owens one more time.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Because that debut for Kevin Owens was still one of his best matches.
My favorites.
Oh, so good.
So good. Him versus Roman now, because I want to see how Roman would fare now rather than the big dog days.
Right.
I want to see that one more time. Him versus Rock one more time. I think with the finishing off the trilogy would be amazing.
Right. Yeah,
because they're 1-1. You got to break the tie.
Right. Right.
Like you got to. And now if I went with just younger talent, I want to see. I'm trying to. I mean, if I'm being selfish. It's not even younger talent. Him and Kenny Omega. I know it's not going to happen.
Oh my god! I mean, yeah, that would be the dream match. The dream match.
Yes, that would be like, in my opinion, the match because Kenny Omega, to me, is AEW and John Cena is WWE. I think that clash would be awesome, but it'll never happen, unfortunately. But and if I got one more, because we got 5, if I got one more, I would want to see John Cena and. Interchangeable, one of the members of DIY.
Okay, so Cena.
Good call.
That's a pretty good. Yeah, that's a good one too. Oh yeah,
because if you let Tommaso go full heel, amazing.
Yeah.
If you let Johnny go full face, amazing. And I would just let Johnny do his amazing next level Dolph Ziggler selling where he just goes glassy eyed every fucking 5 minutes.
Oh,
I'm sold.
He
good.
does the best sells sometimes. The best,
bro. Whenever he just stares off, I don't know what he does to do that. I've been trying to replicate that forever.
Right.
It's so perfect. That's his sell. I don't like.
Oh, yeah. That's his thing amazing. Exactly. Well, that's like when Dolph Ziggler, when he would sell certain things, he would oversell, but it would look good every time.
Oh yeah.
He would oversell, but it would look
he's he would say he would sell the way he studied MMA. So when people got knocked out, he would let them he would try and mimic that. When he got punched by Big Show with the world's
oh my god,
whatever the fuck he called it. Dude, he would sell that like he literally got shot. It was amazing.
Right. He would just fall flat. He wouldn't even crumble. He would fall flat down. Straight up this.
Dude. Did you ever see that clip of R-Truth? He walked into the ring with Big Show there after he had knocked out everybody. R-Truth walks in and he looks at Big Show and he does it. Yeah.
Yes.
I love that clip so much. I saw another thing today being when R-Truth gets inducted into the Hall of Fame. And I can't wait for that day because it's going to happen and he's going to treat it as such a joke and I cannot wait.
He needs to walk out. He needs to walk out right in a suit, in gear, ready for a fight, and be like, "Wait, where's the ring? What's going on?"
He needs to bring out a ladder. He needs to bring out a ladder, climb that shit, and where's the briefcase?
Right.
Yeah, he needs to do that.
He needs to go out there and accept the slammy for tag team.
Oh yes,
something weird, something just off the
opposite.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, they need to bring that back. I miss Slammy Awards, dude.
Slammy Awards were great.
Awards,
yeah, those were always fun. Back. Yeah, those were always fun. I loved when it first started out how it was almost like a talk show where they actually considered it a real award show almost. Yeah, back in the 80s, 90s, where they actually treated it like, hey, this is a really important award show. You should watch it.
Well, yeah, it was like a suit and tie event.
Yeah, it was black tie.
And it's suit and tie in 96. What the fuck?
Right.
and Todd Pettengill's up there singing songs and they're showing people legitimately getting pissed at him for making fun of them. Right. Such good times.
Dude, yeah.
I think ultimately for John Cena, they've got to end with CM Punk. I feel like CM Punk is the biggest unresolved thing in Cena's career. Walking away with that belt. I think that for me, if I was going to see a final send off for him, because I know they're going to do something big at Mania because it'll be his last Mania, but he's staying until the end of the year. So I think at the very end, it's got to be him and Punk one last time.
Well, do you think he'll win the Rumble and then win his 17th at Mania?
I think there's a possibility. But if they're gonna do that, I would like to see them do that, and then I would like to see him show up on Raw, throw out an open challenge for the world title, and have somebody come out of nowhere and beat him, like somebody you would never.
Oh yeah, right.
Just switch it right away. I think what would be more important for Cena is if they had him win the Intercontinental title, because he's never had that one. That's the one belt he's never had. So I think during this run, I think it's important to have him do something with that.
Right.
That's fair. I mean, I could see them doing that. The only problem I see with that is it almost seems like if they don't write a long-term story to where he earns that, it almost seems like pandering.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they kind of just gave it to him rather than him earning it. Like in the same sense of the 17th world title, it's like he needs to win that Royal Rumble in order to get there and earn the spot. But then it also seems like it's pandering. So it's like you kind of got to level it out. If you don't do three matches, then you go that route.
So what you do is you have them announce like Cena's going to be on Raw this Monday. Whenever, because obviously once the Netflix thing starts, it's going to be a huge deal. All the shows are going to be there. So they announce Cena's going to be there, and you have Braun Breaker in the back doing an interview, and you have Cena walk through the back while he's doing the interview, and everybody makes a big deal out of Cena. Like the interviewer walks away from him and jumps. And so when Cena goes out to the ring, he cuts his promo, and Braun Breaker comes out and he's like, "Yo, dog. This is my show. You don't interrupt my interviews." And then Cena says, that's the one belt I've never had. If you're, you put your money where your mouth is. I think that'd be a real easy way to stick him in there. But there's a lot of things they need to do, and there's only 36 dates. So we gotta get in what we can.
Get the ball rolling. Speaking of getting the ball rolling, let's bring it back from Cena back to you.
Yeah.
Were you always a big wrestling fan? Was there ever a phase where you kind of phased out, didn't watch it for a while, and then came back in?
Yes. I think I phased out during the same time a lot of people phased out, around like 2012-ish. When it just seemed like a little ridiculous. Like I would watch the big shows and I would catch what would happen, but I wouldn't watch it. And I just I didn't feel like sitting through 2 or 3 hours of just bad storytelling for no reason. So I would just go on WWE.com when people still did that and didn't just scroll through Instagram to see the results. And I would check the results like every Monday or Tuesday and Saturday when I was a little kid. But I remember too, the way I got back into it was I had watched the Vegas episode that the pipe bomb happened on, because I was like, oh, maybe I'll see a tables match or something. And then I had watched the pipe bomb and I was like, yeah, I'm back in. I'm my teeth right back in. That was it for me.
Okay.
And then, of course, I was like, yeah, I'm just going to keep watching for the rest of my fucking life. Yeah.
So this is a bit of a hot button topic these days, and it's something that was brought up in the pipe bomb as well. No. But listen, I will say this much. I do have a feeling that there was a subtle jab at me during the pipe bomb.
Oh God!
I don't really want to tell that story on the air, but I think that there was a gentle jab at me. However,
a jab.
So let's talk about this. What are your thoughts on fans at the airport?
Oh, I hate it. I fucking hate it.
Okay,
dude. Listen, I completely understand being a fan. Right? I've stopped wrestlers in public when I've seen them. I've done it, and like it's fine. But dude, they're traveling. They just got off like a however many hour flight. They're tired. They're annoyed. They have to go through baggage claim and all that shit. And you're shoving all this shit in their face for them to sign that they know is going to end up on eBay. And then there's piece of shit parents who bring their kids there so they can use them as an excuse to like be like, oh no, it's for my son. And then they'll write their son's name on it, and then they'll wipe it off later and still sell it on eBay. They're like, I don't like that at all. I understand if you're traveling and you had just so happened to be there when they're there and you did not plan for it, it's fine. But like, don't be a dick. Don't come with like a fucking red wagon, like full of toys for them to sign. Don't be that guy. Just ask for a picture. If they say no, oh well. If they say yes, take the picture and fucking leave, dude. Be a normal human being.
So there's a couple different ways that I look at this. Number one, I understand that it's getting to a point where people are acting extremely inappropriately at these types of things. Yes. And so I get that there's this level of, safety from fans and things like that. I understand that there's that. But I will say, and I've seen this before, where part of it can be attributed to the wrestlers as well, because there are some wrestlers. I have seen people with a stack of no less than 58 by 10s walk up to a certain wrestler, and that certain wrestler will sit there and sign every one of them. And I get you're a public figure, you're trying to, appease the fans or whatever, but
of course,
I get that side of it. I also get the side where Bully Ray posted on Twitter, listen, I don't worry about when the fans want an autograph from me. I worry about when they don't. And I get that too. So I understand that there's a lot of different points to this, but I appreciate all sides of it. So I appreciate you being honest in how you do that, because everybody views it different.
Of course, when you're at that level, it's like, they're just trying to be fans. And like I said, the people who bring the fucking wagons of shit for people to sign, I don't like them. I understand if you're Yeah, those people, I hate them. I understand if you're just a fan and you're truly like, oh my God, you're my favorite wrestler. I just want a picture or like one thing signed. Sure. It's fine. And if you're that dude that's willing to sign all that shit in the red wagon, go for it. But if I ever make that, I hope that doesn't happen to me, because I don't know if I will be that nice, because I just know after traveling, I'm not the guy you want to have a full-on conversation with. I need to be left alone for like 30 minutes. Let me gather my thoughts. And
just let me go. Leave me alone. Let me cut my thoughts. Right.
But I do agree with the sentiment of like, don't worry when they want a signature, worry when they don't, because then that's when you know you're falling off, man. Like, people don't care anymore.
Yeah, exactly. So, what is Real Jack Maertens' earliest wrestling memory?
In terms of just like, as a fan or as a wrestler?
Yes. Yeah, as a fan, because you said that you've been watching it since literally day one. But what is your earliest memory that you could remember?
Okay, so I know this like specifically because I, up until recently, had the VHS of it.
Okay.
And I had a recorded episode of Raw from May of 2004, I believe. I want to say 2004. It was, I'm getting specific with this shit. It was an episode of Raw, and I believe it was in, I want to say Philly, because it was near where I lived at the time. But a person in my family had went, so we recorded it, and it was an episode where RVD and Kane, when they were tag champs, had faced the Road Warriors, who made a surprise appearance.
Right. Okay.
And that same episode, it was Goldberg and Christian in a steel cage at the as the main event.
Okay.
And I remember that show so vividly. I watched it the other day, and I literally said every single word that was being said during.
Oh wow!
I remember it that well.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, and Stone Cold was doing his like sheriff shit when he was GM,
right?
And then fucking with Bischoff the whole time. It was amazing. That is my earliest memory as far as I can remember. And of course, the one that sticks in my head a lot besides that is the Shawn Michaels super kick on Shelton Benjamin.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh, that's a good moment.
At this point is like a legendary clip. Like, you can see that almost anywhere now. It's just a legendary.
That literally is the moment of Shelton's career. I think
absolutely.
I don't think there's another spot in his career that he can go back to and be like, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, it was just a perfect combination of Michaels setting up, and just meeting right in the middle.
We've talked about this before, but I don't think if you watch tapes, I don't think you'll ever see a moment where Shawn Michaels misses a super kick. So perfect all the time. But
my other favorite joke is when he hits Stan, who we now know is Sean Spears, who we now know is Sean Spears. But when he hits Stan, and then he continues to hit on cue everybody that's in the hallway. Not a miss. perfect hit every time.
Hits the one guy, papers everywhere. Yeah, it's
every
great.
time. It's just
dude.
He hits it in the face all 4 times. I'm like, dude, he hit it literally out of nowhere, like RKO, but like the kick.
I wish he would have done that more. I wish he would have done that out of nowhere spots way more than he ever did.
Oh yeah,
because I think he only did that spot with Shelton, and I believe he did it with Ray on an episode of like SmackDown one time.
That's why he did. But my favorite like actual surprise was when they had reunited DX for probably the 3rd or 4th time at this point.
Yeah.
And,
are you going to talk about Survivor Series when they face Cena?
Yep, when they face Cena and everyone's in the ring, it's quiet, and then he just hits Triple H and stops. He's like, "Yep, that just happened." And then
I love that spot so much. I love that spot so much. I rewatched it the other day in the gym.
Oh yeah,
and I remember watching it, and I'm looking at the timestamps, and I'm like, "Dude, they did a super kick, and that was it for like 2.5 minutes straight."
Yeah.
They just stared at each other.
Because the fans were,
I was like,
the world just stopped. Yeah, the world just stopped.
The fans erupted. Like the fans didn't know what to do, how to react. Like,
Cena's sell of that super kick is what made it. If he just stood there and did nothing, but that like the jaw drop, oh my god, it made it perfect. That was like some like Rock Hogan type shit in my brain. Oh, like just you cannot believe this is happening.
Right.
So this is the question that always makes me the saddest every time we ask it, because we have all these people and they're going like, oh, so my first memory of wrestling was, Kane and RVD, or my first memory of wrestling was, like Kurt Angle and the SmackDown 6, and I'm like, my first memory of wrestling was Brutus Beefcake beating up some guy on WWF Superstars in like the mid 80s. And I'm like, what is going on? Why am I the oldest person on every show? I'm like, I can't names people don't even remember anymore. Like, it's crazy. It's just, So I'm always the old one. That makes me sad. Thanks.
Dude, it's okay. It's okay. Just remember, there are kids now who think that like Goldberg and fucking RVD are the old timers. There are kids now watching
that is fair.
That are like, oh man, that dude's
fair.
Remember back then? Like they're like, come on.
No.
Yeah,
remember
but no.
Then
that's because RVD looks like the guy who lives in the elderly community but still dyes his hair. That's why people think he's old. Seriously.
Oh man, you leave RVD alone, man. That man is a treasure.
I like
that man
RVD.
Is a treasure. God damn it.
Yes. Listen, there are 420 reasons why he's a treasure. All right. So let's we talked about the old days. Let's talk about the present a little bit. So, 2024 heading into 2025. What are some goals for the real Jack Maertens?
One of my goals is to win a title, just anywhere. Hey. I just want to win a title. I want to work more dates than I did last year, and I just want to work new people. Literally, that's all my goal is for my second year. I don't have any like specifics when it comes to like people I want to work. Anybody who's willing to work me, I will work them. Any shows that I'm willing to work, as long as like it's good, you know what I mean? Not like a really, really bad show. Like I'll work it. I will go anywhere. I just want to make sure it's good. That's all. I just don't want to work bad people. If I'm getting better, I want to be working people the same level or higher.
So how do you gauge what's a good show or a bad show before going to the show?
A lot of it, I'm not even gonna lie.
Here we go.
I'm not gonna lie when I say this. The poster. If I look at the poster and I look like a 5-year-old made it, I'm not going.
Yes. Oh, there are so many bad posters out there. Oh,
and bad posters too. Right.
Oh, there's so many bad. Like,
dude, listen, a little effort. If you put a little effort, it goes a long way. Just don't do the most basic Photoshop job you can. Put a little effort. Put a little flame in there. Put a little laser in there.
Listen, for $13, anybody can get Canva. How can you not?
It's not that hard.
Canva's life.
No.
Oh, yes.
It's not. That just shows a lack of effort is what that is.
And exactly. And if you're not showing effort in your own product, why should I put effort into your product?
if you live in Pennsylvania or you live in New Jersey or like the very surrounding areas, and you're just scrolling through Facebook and you're looking at indie companies, you see so many
many posters,
just so many posters, bad ones, dude.
Bad ones. Yes.
I can tell you, I have I have 3 wrestling companies that are all within 10 minutes of me. One of them, their shit looks amazing all the time. The other 2, I would go see, and one of them is getting a name that I would go see, and their posters just look like crap, and I'm like, I have no faith in this whatsoever.
Right.
I don't even think this is going to be a good show.
Right.
Well, see, that's like the thing with some of these companies. It's like the poster is not necessarily a reflection on their show, because they can have the best production, they can have the best wrestlers, but if you don't promote it right, nobody's going to care and nobody's going to come.
Yeah,
exactly.
You can have Jay Lethal on your poster and that he'll bring people.
Mm-hmm.
But then what about the people who don't know who Jay Lethal is? If they see him on a black background with like 15 no names behind him, nobody's going to care.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like, sorry, I'm not paying to see Jay Lethal face Joe Schmo who can barely wrestle. I'm just not. I can see Jay Lethal on like TNA's streaming service.
Yeah,
to have some of the best matches that I can possibly see.
That's right.
That's just my personal opinion when it comes to just as a fan's perspective. That's how I see it.
And listen, you have come to the right place. We are Opinion City.
Exactly.
You have come to the right place.
Yeah. so with that in mind, I'm having a show in my backyard next weekend, and my neighbor who has claimed.
Well, let me see the poster.
My neighbor has claimed to see every single episode of WWF Velocity, and so they think they're pretty good. They're throwing out a challenge to you. I don't even have a poster, so I don't want you to know good or bad. I don't want you to misrepresent what we're doing here with the bad poster. So there's just no poster.
Just none, just zero.
There's a flyer, and in crayon it says "wrestling show."
Wrestling, please come.
Yes,
wrestling show. I actually, because of how different that would look, I might give it a second look.
Nice, there you go.
Love it.
Especially if you put like the S backwards in show, I might give it a.
Yeah, that's how you get people.
Oh yeah. Yep. I might. Hey, it looks different. You're not trying to look professional.
No.
Do it diagonal and make it all one word. Free wrestling, a wrestling show live this way.
Make it a nice diagonal. Throw people off. Hey, listen, there's a Pennsylvania word. Put it on the biantony.
There you go.
That's a Pennsylvania word.
Wait, hold on. Before we continue, do you say creek or crick?
Oh, I say creek.
Same.
Okay, good. All right, you're a normal Pennsylvanian.
Yeah, Pennsylvanian.
Yeah,
right.
I'm not one of those people,
Right.
Down by
I could not stand it. Could not stand hearing people say crick. I could not.
Look at the crick. It looks beautiful. It's a beautiful crick.
God. Dude. Just why? I don't understand why you're trying to sound Canadian. It just sounds bad. It's like
it's pretty bad.
Dude, and whenever they I don't care who you are, it's pork roll, not Taylor ham. I cannot stand it.
It is
people
pork
say
roll.
Taylor ham.
It is pork roll. Listen,
I'm on the pork roll train.
I have said it since my first taste of pork roll. It says on the packaging, Taylor Ham's pork roll. Like
Thank
it
you.
Says it on the packaging.
You just made my point for
on
me.
the packaging.
Yep.
It says it on the packaging.
Dude.
Oh man.
Listen, we Taylor Ham's pork roll.
Listen, we could do, and we may do this in the future. We could do a whole podcast about Pennsylvania and New Jersey. I saw a memory on Facebook.
Great! I'm on the side of Pennsylvania should burn.
Oh, great! I'm on the side that New Jersey is the dug up ashes of the dumpster fire that already happened.
Hey,
I'm not in the majority in this.
Here's the thing. I love New Jersey to death. I will love to live here forever. I cannot deny how much of a cesspool it is. I can't. It really is. Like our roads are garbage.
As long as you're being honest.
Yeah.
Yep.
The roads are garbage. People here are assholes. I I can't deny it. I love it, but I'm not going to deny it.
Right.
I was looking at Facebook yesterday, and I had a memory from like years ago, and I was going through this whole period of time where I was just ranting about like things people in Pennsylvania say that make me cringe. And I saw one yesterday, and I still feel horrible about it. So I saw somebody actually answer a phone, and the way that they answered the phone was, "What's doing?"
Oh, dude! Oh
and
my
I
god!
almost fell off my chair. It hurt my head so bad.
My post office.
What's doing?
At my post office, there is a lady like that comes in there that says that, and I'm like, what does that even mean? What? It's just it's like a mixture of what are you doing or what are you up to?
Yeah,
and how are you
like,
doing?
It's like laziness.
What?
Because those are the same people that when they're done paying you for something, they say thanks much.
Yeah, thanks much. Bye. I'm like, what? What?
Is it like in my head when I hear thanks much? Because I even hear it in New Jersey. In my head, I'm like, are you just that lazy that you just don't want to say 2 extra syllables?
Right.
Yeah,
like,
right.
Yes.
Like, I'm sorry, you're not going to miss the half a burnt calorie from saying 2 extra syllables. Like, I promise you.
You have hit the nail on the head.
Exactly.
Oh,
come on.
Well,
so
listen.
Do we want to get to our final question before we?
Yes, but if you live in
I was
Pennsylvania,
going to say I can talk shit on PA all day, dude.
No, if you live in Pennsylvania, if you manage to wake up every day and wake up every day in New Jersey, please don't hate us. Don't cancel.
Please don't hate us. Yeah, please don't hate us.
Don't cancel us.
Oh, you can hate me all you want. Just come to my shows.
Oh,
that's right.
That's right. Support the fake Jack Maertens.
Yeah, support Jack Maertens. Yeah, but you know
the fake Jack Maertens.
Boo me, cheat me all you want. Just come to the show.
That's right. Remember, he's the Big Red Martins on social.
The Big Red Martins.
No, I'm gonna like see a fucking. I guarantee you, there's gonna be at some point there's gonna be one sign that says the Big Red Martins, and I'm gonna rip it in half.
No,
that's a challenge. All right.
Challenge accepted.
Accepted. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for our final question of the interview, presented by the venerable Dr. Ethan Wild. Sean, take it away.
I like his hair.
Yes.
Yeah, he's got cool hair.
Very good hair. So, what does pro wrestling mean to you, and what is the significance that it's had on your life so far?
Without getting too into it, pro wrestling to me is everything because of the simple fact of it has kept me, for lack of a better term, alive. It has given me like something to look forward to every single day, no matter what I'm going through. Even as a kid, when shit was going real bad, I would always look forward to Monday night, or I'd look forward to what was happening at Mania, Royal Rumble, whatever. Even just like if I couldn't watch many pay-per-views as a kid, so I would be like up all night on Sunday just waiting to see what WWE.com said. That like it was my favorite thing in the world. Even just watching it on Monday, being left on the cliffhangers every single week. It was the only thing in my life that was consistent. It was the only thing in my life that just made me smile consistently. It was just the constant in my life. So to me, wrestling has given me a purpose. It has given me every single thing that I needed just to develop as a normal human being, if that makes sense. Like without wrestling, I'd probably be like sitting behind a fucking dumpster right now. Like, I can't even lie. I'd be all sorts of fucked up. But because of wrestling in general, just the 4 sides, the 3 ropes, 2 opponents, and 1 winner, I have gotten everything that I can possibly get from wrestling just as a person. And now that I'm actually a wrestler, it has given me more drive and more of a purpose than just being a fan. It has given me a purpose to actually give the same feeling I got as a kid to other people.
Right.
That's my answer to that question.
No, that's a great answer. And being only that you've only been wrestling for really a year now, that's, like, you've had a hell of a first year if this has only been your first year. Like, so,
Yeah. I hope I've been doing everybody proud as far as like my trainers and the fans, as anybody who supported me. If they're watching this now, thank you. Whoever it is, anybody that's ever supported me, doubted me, anything, I hope I have made you proud and made you angry if you doubted me. That's all. I'm definitely one of those people that I'm definitely one of those people that if you doubted me, I want to prove you wrong so much more than I want to prove myself right.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm very much one of those people.
We ask that question to everybody, and I especially your answer. I love hearing answers like that because it shows how much more wrestling is to those of us who love it than just, like people who love the NFL or people who love Major League Baseball. Like wrestling isn't just a love for us. Wrestling isn't just something that we casually follow. Wrestling becomes life for us.
Yeah.
It's done so many good for so many people, and just especially since we've started doing this show and started following the indies, where really following it more than I had been, and just getting to know the people in the business and just seeing how wrestling affects their lives. It's once you hear stuff like that, you can never go back.
It's
amazing.
Dude, wrestling is I really don't know how to say it other than it's everything in my life and many people's lives. It's like, there's like it's a TV show or like just a regular show to some people, but dude, it's like a never ending story. It keeps going forever. You always have something to look forward to, and you can keep that shit going for as long as you want it, and it'll be as entertaining as you want it to be. And it could just make or break somebody's not only like career if they're in the ring, but somebody's life outside of it. Like my example now is with Cody Rhodes at the last year's WrestleMania. People waited how long for that? Like 3 years?
Right.
We were on the edge of our seat for 3 years, and we waited and waited and waited. And that payoff, dude, brought me to tears. I can't even lie. I'm not going to lie when I say it. I was crying that Cody Rhodes won just for the simple fact of how long I waited, how much I just was invested. And it just that's the thing wrestling can do to you. It just gets you so invested and so you care so much about just this fictional character, but you really want to see it happen. And it's not like a show where you just get a season finale or like whatever. It could happen at any point, at any time. And it's essentially a reflection of real life in my eyes.
And you get emotional about it because you see their emotions, and even though it's predetermined, you know that their emotions are real. Like Cody's emotions in the ring that night were real because it was this huge deal to him. So
it was,
especially if you followed his whole career during the indie run that he did and his whole run through AEW, you just see the progression. And especially if you're a fan of him, you just see that whole growth and him becoming the American Nightmare after becoming Stardust, and the dashing Cody Rhodes and the all that came before it. You see the growth, and you see him finally become this performer that he was always meant to be. And you're like, finally, it just you just got this 10-year catharsis of just it
came full circle,
finally happening.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, that is a great way to end our interview segment and segue over to our main event, top 5 list, presented today by the upstanding Dylan Mesh. So what have we got, Sean, this week? What is Jack going to talk about?
We're excited for this one. All of us, all 3 of us are, because we are all fiends of this. And supposedly we're going to have some deep cut topics ready to talk about. So we're going to be going over top 5 cereals.
Top 5 cereals.
Oh,
yes.
I love it. I love it.
So who's going to go first?
This is you, baby.
This is all you, man. We're going to discuss your top 5.
I want to hear your guys' too. I'm not going to lie. I want to hear you guys too.
I'm going to throw some winners in there.
I'll throw some out there, but this is your top 5.
This is your top 5. We're here for reactions.
All right.
Yes.
So I'm going to go, this is definitely in order. So the way I say it is from my favorite to number 5. All right.
Okay.
So number 1 for me is not the flashiest. It's not the best, but it's my favorite. And that's Frosted Flakes. Frosted Flakes are the constant.
Perfect.
Okay.
Yes.
It is.
Good start.
Never
Good
fails.
Start.
You can add sugar. You can take it away. Whatever. It's still good. All right.
Yes.
We literally talked before the show about how I have that in my kitchen right now.
Yes. Frosted Flakes. Right.
Yeah. I do too. I have a Costco family pack with 2 giant bags in it.
Yes.
We have the box from Sam's Club.
Exactly.
We got the same thing. Oh,
you can never go wrong. Everybody loves Frosted Flakes. All right.
Of course.
So number 2, I'm not going to go Captain Crunch. I'm going Crunch Berries.
Oh,
all right?
Okay.
Crunch Berries are so good.
It's amazing. That whole lineup. If I were to have my list, I would have put the peanut butter crunch instead.
Oh,
I love
peanut
butter.
Good.
Those
Peanut
are
butter
right.
crunch for me is a favorite of mine. But yes, that's a great solid pick.
So
any of the crunch anything is pretty good.
So I'm gonna kind of combine Crunch Berries with this one because this is the only time I eat this cereal with it because it goes so well with Crunch Berries. If you haven't tried it, try this. Crunch Berries and Crave are so good together.
Okay.
Oh my god, it is so good.
Right.
Okay.
Wow.
I do not eat Crave by itself.
Yeah.
I eat it with Crunch Berries.
Okay.
It is so good.
Okay.
Holy shit, it's so good.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Number three, I don't even know if you would count this as a cereal, but cereal straws.
Cereal straws.
Cereal straws. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
You can still find them in like Dollar Trees.
Right.
Oh, yeah,
if you're lucky.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
But the best one was the what was it? It wasn't Cocoa Puffs, it was Cocoa Pebbles. Cocoa Pebbles one. So good. I wouldn't even eat cereal as a kid. I would just take a glass of milk and throw a cereal straw in there. Fuck yeah.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
Number 4 is another one. It's some consider it the best. I also would say it's up there, but not Cinnamon Toast Crunch, but Cinnamon Toast Crunch, the De Leche one.
Oh
yes.
yes.
Good.
That one's really good. Yes.
That is number 4 for me. It is so fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like Crunch Toast Crunch?
I was not a fan of that one.
No?
To be honest,
It was okay.
I really wasn't.
It was all right,
it
but
very
I wouldn't.
mid.
I tried it, but I wasn't like I'm not going to run back to the store.
Yeah, it was mid. It was mid. It was all right.
Mid.
Yes.
And number 5, another constant. Once again, not the best, but in my top 5 is the chocolate frosted mini wheats.
Oh yes.
Oh, mini wheats. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Mini wheats do not get enough love, man. It is not like
they don't.
brand,
I
dude.
love
Mini wheats are so fucking good.
Yes.
Man.
I love mini wheats.
Holy shit. Yeah, that's my list. That's my list. I told you, I got a few curveballs in there, man.
You definitely. I'm still stuck on the cereal.
Justice for mini wheats.
Justice for fucking mini
That's
wheats,
right.
dude. Yes,
Those are mini wheats. That's right,
dude.
That's right.
I will say this though.
boy.
Number 1, I said it before the podcast, and I'll say it now. Kix cereal should die. I don't think there's a single person on this planet that enjoys Kix. It is always the cereal you choose when there's nothing else. Like that's like when you were a kid and you were in the lunch line and you just like couldn't afford anything, they'd give you a PB&J. You didn't want the PB&J, but you took it.
But yeah,
that's Kix to me.
I'm surprised no one said Reese's Puffs because Reese's Puffs is my jam. I love me some Reese's Puffs.
The
commercial is better than the cereal.
That's fair.
I'm not a peanut butter person,
fair.
so that doesn't do anything for me. I've always been a fan of Apple Jacks.
Right.
I like me a good Apple Jacks.
Oh, dude.
Same.
Did you see what they did to Cinnamon, dude?
No.
What did they do?
Did you see what they did to that? They stopped making him Jamaican.
Oh,
he's not Jamaican anymore.
Oh, so they
he's just a cinnamon stick, dude.
So they pulled the old Kobe Kingston on him.
Yeah, they took away his heritage. God damn it!
Boy, wow!
They pulled the Kobe Kingston on him.
I don't think there was one person who was like at all offended or anything by that character.
No,
that character was like my favorite cereal mascot as a kid.
Right.
That action is Jamaican me crazy.
Right.
Terrible.
No, I don't do that anymore.
No. So I'm also, and this was just by accident, and I don't know how it happened, but I also became a fan of just plain cornflakes, and I don't know why. There's something about just the.
I can't do it plain. And if I'm doing frosted, that I can do plain. But if I'm doing cornflakes, I need to add something sweet to it. I just can't do plain cornflakes.
Yeah.
I get that, but even like plain cornflakes sometimes, man, they're just like
it's just, you're right. Sometimes they just hit. Now here's a hot take. So in buying cereal, a lot of times I will skip the majority of the cereal aisle and go down to the end where the colossal bags are, the generic.
Oh yes,
oh
dude,
right, yes.
They do some crazy shit down there. So
yes, dude, holy
absolutely,
shit.
yes.
they had a Crunchberry knockoff with marshmallows added.
Yes.
They had the Fruity Pebbles knockoff with marshmallows added.
Yes.
Now this is the craziest thing I'd ever seen. They had a strawberry milkshake cheesecake cereal, and it was because they started making like their own crazy flavors.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
Get them in those big bags.
That bag.
No, I bought it and it was amazing. I was all in on that.
All right, so here's a question. I'm not going to ask for a top 5, but let me ask: what are your most hated cereals?
Hated? Oh God. I'm the least picky eater. So I'll eat almost anything. So like saying hated is oh God. I will say one that I don't even look at when I go to the aisle, and that's Raisin Bran.
Okay, that's fair.
I'm not a fan of Raisin Bran.
Raisin Bran is not bad. It's not bad. It's just
I like Raisin
Bran,
Bran,
but I'm not a big fan of it. I won't go to it. That for me is like a last ditch option. If I can't have anything, I like.
Okay, so that's your kicks. That's your kicks.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I'll grab it if there's nothing left in the aisle. All right, Raisin Bran it is. That's fine.
So I'm not a big fan of anything peanut butter. But
got that.
I think if I had to pick any cereals that I really absolutely disliked, I don't like Chex. I'm not a big fan. Not my thing. But this has to be, if I had to pick one cereal that would be my kicks, Grape Nuts.
Oh my God, great!
I don't understand why that's a cereal,
dude.
I don't even know why. I don't understand at all. Gross.
I will say, I've tried Grape Nuts with yogurt. They're delicious, but that's the only time I've ever liked Grape Nuts ever.
So then it's not a cereal. Then it's just
exactly
an additive for your yogurt.
Exactly. I fucking like only time it's good. It's the only time it's good. Here's one for you. Here's one that I think is my most hated, which it shouldn't be because I love them by themselves.
Okay.
I love Pop-Tarts.
Listen, I was just going
to cereal. It's so gross, dude.
I was just going to ask you about Pop-Tarts.
I don't know why they decided to make it a cereal. Pop-Tarts by themselves, fantastic as a cereal. No.
All right, favorite Pop-Tart flavor.
Okay.
Oh God.
This one is okay.
Go.
So there's been some good ones, but recently, and I'm talking in the last 6 months, I found in a grocery store. I got one box of it, and I never saw them again. The grape Pop-Tarts are amazing. I don't even know how to describe how good they are. I've never had.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, see,
I didn't either. You would have to hunt them down somewhere, and I've only ever gotten them in the store once, and I check every time I go religiously looking for these things, and they never have them again.
Right. I'm a little plain Jane. I have two. My go-to is the classic brown sugar cinnamon, or the s'mores.
I'm so disappointed.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you, man.
Hot Fudge Sundae is the best Pop-Tart available. But I will say, I know it's like a meme now because of another podcast, but the I believe it was 2004. The
Pop-Tart
Spider-Man
high-end Pop-Tart.
High-end Pop-Tart.
Yes.
I remember those so much because I would buy those every single week. They're so good. It's just mixed berry.
I love that you know the reference to the basement yard. I love that you know the reference to the basement
yard. Dude, I love that podcast, first of all.
Love it. Love it.
The fact that it's literally mixed berry.
Yeah.
Just with a special design.
Yeah.
And it's still like, even to this day, I taste mixed berry and it does not taste right.
It isn't the same. It isn't the same recipe. Whatever they made that year is not the same.
Oh, it definitely had like 3 illegal ingredients that they don't allow anymore.
Absolutely. Right.
Yes. But I'll take a slight chance of colon cancer for some delicious Pop-Tarts. All right.
You heard it here first, people. You heard it here first.
Give me Pop-Tarts.
Listen, if you go to the Pop-Tarts website, you can find the frosted grape Pop-Tarts. There is a button to click where to buy, but they are out there. just an honorable mention, because I know they're in stores right now. If you have not had the Boston Cream Pop-Tarts, it's like a Boston Cream donut, but in a Pop-Tart. Oh, it's delicious.
No, not a fan.
No, I tried it.
Wow.
It's gross, dude.
No, I am so disappointed.
Disappointed now. I'm not
disappointment.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
I'm just disappointed. Oh, good Lord.
Oh man.
And to think I let you come on my show and give your opinion on cereals, and you have that opinion. I mean, I should have canceled this podcast.
Listen, Boston Cream Donuts, give them to me all day. All right, Boston Cream Pop-Tarts, whatever they did to them, it tasted like they spit in them. All right, like it's so weird.
Wow, you just. God. I mean, do you just hate waking up in the morning? Do you hate life? Is that what it is? Because
I am not a morning person whatsoever.
This is like this is like, oh boy. Well, listen, after your 17th Heineken, they taste pretty good. No, right. Oh, I cannot believe you said that. Wow. All right. Wow. Well, we've ended this main event segment on a very disappointing note. I hope you enjoyed your time here. You will not be invited back. I'm sorry. You are the weakest link. Goodbye.
Wow! What a reference, though. Jesus Christ!
How about it?
Show. Holy shit!
I was just telling my wife about that show in the car the other day, because they have like a couple WWF episodes, and they're pretty funny. And she was like, "I was never a fan of that show." I'm like, "Yeah." That's a kind of take it or leave it show.
I'm not gonna dig through it, but I bought a lot of like old PS1 and PS2 Xbox 360 games, and in there is a PS1 of the weakest link.
Nice, love that.
Yeah, I saw that, and immediately I thought of the WWF episodes. I was like, yeah,
that's great. All right,
yeah, dude.
So, great top five subject. Loved it. Definitely some great answers there. I'm gonna have to try Crave and Crunchberry.
Please. Anybody watching, please try Crave and Crunchberry.
Crunchberry.
You got it, man.
Oh my God, it's so good. You will never go back. I promise you.
Oh, we're promising that. We're not guaranteeing it, because then it'll be terrible.
Yes,
I'm guaranteeing it.
Okay.
Anything that gets guaranteed on this show usually ends very badly.
Doesn't happen very well.
Yes.
So we'll see.
Listen, I'm a very opinionated person.
Yes, the right place for it.
Yes, the right place for it.
All right, so we're gonna get into some upcoming events in just a minute, but before we do, take a look at what's coming up in the life of the podcast. So definitely make sure you check out that stuff over on our YouTube channel. Make sure you're here next week for the history making episode, where we have two returning guests from separate episodes.
On the same
Selena
show.
and Johnny coming back to hang out and chat. And of course, we're always busy during the week. We'll be back tomorrow night for Chilling with the OC.
Indeed.
We've got another brand new episode of The List on Wednesday.
Indeed.
We've got Chilling with the Bros, one bro, a bro, two bros, who knows on Friday. And make sure you come back for next week's show.
Yes.
It's gonna be a lot of fun. So with that being said, real Jack Maertens, what have you got coming up in the world that you'd like to talk about?
Well, coming up soon, let me pull up my calendar so I get the exact dates right.
Yeah.
On October. Yeah, I am very big on dates. Don't mess with my dates, all right? October 12th, I have Titan for, I believe it's called Savage Intentions.
Yes.
We have a show in Tom's River. Come out to that. It's going to be a great show. We already have 3 matches announced right now. I believe the main event's going to be Jocko and PJ Savage for the Titan Heavyweight Championship with Jay Outcast as the ref. That's going to be a very interesting match. I'm very excited to see how Jay, what side he chooses, if he does choose a side. You got to come and find out. And then on October 5th, I have a show at Matt Pro Wrestling. My match is going to be with Mikey Midnight. Now, originally it was going to be Tony Cini, but he is off doing Tony Cini things, and I'm coming in to defend his honor and make sure that Mikey Midnight does not do anything to the Mob Squad again. All right, I'm going to lay him out permanently. And in that show, we got a few characters in that show. I'm not going to name names, but you're going to have to come and find out and see.
Yeah.
And then,
all right,
I have a few that are not announced yet, but they will be very soon. So you're going to have to go and follow me on Instagram at Real Jack Maertens. You're going to have to follow me on Twitter at Real J Maertens, because for some reason Real Jack Maertens was taken. Whoever you are, I hate you.
Oh,
on Facebook.
We're going to hunt you down. We're going to find you.
On Facebook at Jack Maertens, the way it's spelled on the screen. And you can follow me on YouTube at Rocket Strap Jack. I post gaming, matches, promos, all that shit.
Cool. Yeah,
I haven't posted in a little while because my editing software has been completely shit. But once I get that fixed, I'll be back to uploading on there too.
Wow. Right. So we're gonna have to have you back for another episode so we can just talk about gaming and Pennsylvania and New Jersey, like
right here. Bring it on.
Oh, man, tons of stuff to talk about.
That's if Ralph allows you back on at that point.
Well, you know,
I'd be very disappointed if he didn't.
Cooler heads may prevail by that time. Let's just say.
I would love to be back on if you guys have me.
We should just. I just thought of this. We should now title this episode the episode of disappointment.
Oh
yes! What a disappointing episode!
Yes.
What a disappointing episode!
Oh man. Well, as per usual, shenanigans have ensued.
Yes,
it has been great having you on the show. Of course, you are always
very disappointing.
Always welcome here. After that very disappointing performance, we will give you another shot at trying to impress us with your little wrestling show there. You know. So yeah. All right. But you in all seriousness, you're always welcome back here. This has been a lot of fun. You want to hang out for a few minutes? We're going to wrap this up, and we'll be right with you. So thanks again, buddy.
All right, sounds good. Thank you.
All right. Well, that was a lot of fun, man.
Yes, it was.
That was a good time. I really enjoyed. You have met Jack previously at the aforementioned Seaside Wrestling Show, so it was
awesome.
Yeah, and it was good getting to chat it up with him. He fits right in here.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
definitely fits right in.
Definitely fits the mold.
Yeah. So guys, make sure you're following him on all the socials. Make sure you're going out to support him at shows as he makes his way into the wrestling world. Year number 2. Very exciting stuff. So definitely keep an eye out for him. I'm sure he's going to do amazing things. So you want to make sure you're on that train early.
Right.
And of course, again, like, share, and subscribe. We appreciate every single one of you for joining us. We appreciate every single one of you who follow us, who like what we do.
Yes.
Because again, we're doing this all for you. We want to introduce you to the people in the world of wrestling. We love chatting with them, and we thank you guys for joining us again for another great episode of the Opinion City Podcast.
Right.
We will be back tomorrow night with chilling with the OC for Monday Night Raw. So Sean, I think that's it. Wrap things up for us this week. I'm King Ralph. He's Parma Sean, and we will see you guys next time.
On behalf of Wild LLC, this has been the Opinion City Podcast. It has been your pleasure.
Happy trails till we meet again.